Welcome back. Big victories in the 2020 congressional races with early numbers showing that the GOP gained at least 4 million new voters, with President Trump receiving more non-white votes than any Republican candidate in 60 years. House Republicans are also expecting up to 13 new seats with victories for incoming women, veterans, minorities. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy joins me right now. And Congressman, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks very much for joining us. And this morning we are learning of another victory. Darrell Issa in California's 50th District winning his race. Assess the situation for us. And before that, maybe you want to comment on what you just heard from Rudy Giuliani in terms of this active litigation that is to come with lawsuits dropping tomorrow, Congressman.
Well, what we need in the presidential race is to make sure every legal vote is counted, every recount is completed, and every legal challenge should be heard. Then and only then that America will decide who won the race. Remember, Maria, we are less than 21,000 votes away where the House we could win the majority. There are a number of seats, 10 seats that are still sitting out there. Republicans are leading in 3. They haven't called any of those. So why would you call the presidential race first? Remember the framework. I was on your show just the Sunday before the election. They said in the House, Republicans would lose 15 to 20 seats. Every pollster said that, Speaker Pelosi and Steny Hoyer. They also said we would lose the Senate and we would lose legislatures as well. What happened? We didn't lose one incumbent. We won every seat except one open. We won 28 of the 29 most competitive seats that Nate Silver laid out there. We are gaining in less than 21,000 votes away. We didn't lose the Senate. We didn't lose one control of any legislature. Actually, Republicans gained 3 new legislatures of control of. And we've had the most competitive presidential race in our modern history. That's why every vote should be counted, every recount to go forward, and every challenge should be heard. Because if it's still good to keep going on these congressional seats, them out, I think we should actually do that as well for the highest office in the land.
Well, I think you make a really good point, particularly after the media has taken us down many rabbit holes before. Russia collusion, obstruction, an impeachment trial based on no crime, and then a Democratic blue wave, and now, of course, this. Let me ask you about Nancy Pelosi. She has sent a letter out to members asking for their support. She wants to get reelected as Speaker of the House. What does that mean for you, and will she stay as Speaker, in your view?
Well, only know in January, because to become Speaker, you have to have 218 votes on the floor. When she went up for that vote 2 years ago, there were 15 Democrats who voted against her. 10 of those Democrats will be coming to Congress. If those 10 vote against her again, she will not be Speaker of the House because she won't have 218 because of the gains of the Republicans. We are close enough now that we can control the floor with a few Democrats joining with us. Remember what America just said. They rejected this socialism. We won from Miami to New York to Minnesota to California. We won by Republican women winning. We'll have more women in Congress as Republicans than in the history of Congress. That says something about what President Trump has been able to do to expand this party, bring diversity, and that brings strength. The same thing that brings strength to America, diversity is now the Republican Party as well.
Well, that's great news. Is she facing the extreme left in terms of how to govern? Maybe it's better for you to become Speaker in 2 years if she stays in place. Tell me about the infighting going on the other side.
Well, I think it's better for America sooner a Republican becomes Speaker, but she's got internal fights because she promised them that she would win enough seats that they would keep the majority this time and next time. Now everything, not one of one. They only lost. They didn't defeat one Republican. And now in their own conference call, they call it a dumpster fire. They're yelling at one another whether they should call themselves socialists or not. And think about who lost. The former Secretary of Health, herself a pragmatic socialist. And then we defeated a sitting chairman of the committee as well.
Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks very much. Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. We'll take a break. When we come back, Senator Lindsey Graham is here with a brand new, never-before-seen